Good morning. It's been a while. Um, According to YouTube, about 5 months. Um, so, a lot going on, obviously. Background looks a lot different than normal. That's my new bed, new place. We finally moved. Um, so, my last video, I had talked about that guy, that Christian guy. Well, him and I ended up talking and having a conversation, and we did end up dating for a few months. Um, that was really when I wasn't really on here, but that was during, yeah. We've been broke up for about a month now. And I've had a lot going on, so I haven't really had time to post. I'm working on finding another job because I've not been liking how things have been going with Shipped and Instacart. I haven't been looking super hard, but like I think today, since it's been like I'm super shitty. So they had a bonus going on where if you got 25 orders over a 3-day period, it was like $100 and some for the bonus. So the first day, I get, I don't know, what was it, 8? I did like 8 shops that day. I only worked part of the day, I didn't work the whole day, so it was still like, okay, that's a third of what I needed. I've still got 2 more days. If I do a third each day, I'm good, right? So yesterday, I'm on what would have been my 4th order, my halfway point, and the Meyer system crashes, which causes our system to not work correctly, so we can't process orders right, and it was a whole mess. I had to take the order back. I lost out on it, like, and then their whole set, like, it was just the rest of the afternoon. Anytime any Meyer shops would pop up, like, as soon as you would accept it, it would say, I would get a text message saying the order was canceled. So obviously they never got their system back working again yesterday, and now I'm pretty well screwed unless I can somehow get 14 shops done in the next 15, 16 hours, however much longer it is till midnight. Wait, I don't know, whatever. 13. Oh, no, 13. What the fuck? 15. That's 15. Fucking, my math was way off there. 13? Wow. Fuck. Anyway, so I pretty much figured, well, I'm not gonna get that because you know what I'm saying? I started out yesterday with the mindset of, all right, let's bust ass, let's get these 8 done so I can get them done and get home and relax the rest of my day. And then my whole day got fucked. My very first order was like a bunch of fucking cases of water. So like now my back is all like sore, all in here, my neck and my, this area from all that lifting. So yeah, I'm shitty about that, but oh well. It's fucking slow again today too. I wonder if they even got the system back up, like if everything's working right again, because it's like the same way it was yesterday. It's like dead, or I get a 404 error. And that's like how it started. It started out with I was getting 404 errors when I was trying to process orders. Well, no, it was just the one. The other orders, it was fine. It was pissing me off too, because I called, and the first guy I talked to is like, oh, try restarting the app and restarting your phone, and if that doesn't work, then try just uninstalling it and reinstalling it. So I'm like, okay, well, I already restarted everything, and that didn't work, so I'll try uninstalling it and reinstalling it. That didn't work. So I called back. This lady that I'm on the phone with gonna argue with me. Oh, it's your phone. No, it is not my phone. Yeah, it is. You just must not be getting a good connection in the store. Lady, I'm literally looking at my phone service right now and it says I have 5 bars in 5G. It is not my phone. I even had put my phone on the store's Wi-Fi and had tried processing the order on the Wi-Fi. It's not my phone. It's your app. Oh no, she argued with me for a good, I don't know, probably 2 minutes. Until finally I'm just like, look, I'm not gonna argue with you about it. I know what's what. My phone is working fine. It's your app. Figure out what the problem is so I can get out of this store and get this delivered to this customer on time, because if it's not on time, it doesn't count towards my bonus. And I'm gonna be fucking shitty. If I, you know what I'm saying? Because I had already been in the store for like an hour. I spent like an hour and a half damn near. Yeah, it was like an hour and a half because I remember now because it was a really big order and I went to the store a little bit early because I remember the fucking one, the customer, I had delivered to this customer before, and she when they were using the normal text messaging system, she was always slow to respond, and then they changed it too. That's another, like, they made a shit ton of changes to the app, and it's just, so they changed it. They're trying to be more like Instacart, and I don't like it. Like, the Instacart system works a lot better because it's been, you know what I'm saying, they've had it a lot longer. Like, I feel like they knew there was still glitches from the couple of metros that they had already tried it in. They should have waited till they rolled it out everywhere with the new messaging system, because it's now all in the app and it's slow as fuck. It didn't work at all on Tuesday. So I have to, and I'm shitty because I got a couple of bad reviews for saying that there was no communication, and it's like, I can't communicate when the fucking app won't let me. It doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? So and of course they're gonna be a pain about it because they always fucking are. But I'm gonna straight look, like, why am I getting penalized for your app fucking up? Like, that's 2 days in a row. Like, I've had shit, you know, like, not necessarily like negative things happen or whatever due to your app fucking up. Like, I mean, I still got paid for the shop yesterday, and then when I called back the third time because of the one lady arguing with me and being that she canceled the order altogether, even though it had, like, I don't know, it was all fucked up. She shouldn't have canceled the order, but she did, and she was supposed to manually process it. She was supposed to force it to process, and she didn't do that. She canceled it. So then when I called back, the third lady I talked to, like, issued me an extra, I don't know, $8-9 or some shit on it, because, like, they had already they had to give me a partial payment for the order being canceled when it was trying to be processed or whatever. Like, there's some, I don't fucking know. So they already had to give me so much of the thing already. Well, then the lady I talked to on the phone was like, well, since she screwed up and she did this and she did that, and it's like, she's like, it's like making it look like it's your fault in here. She's like, I'm gonna fix all this and I'm gonna pay you some extra money for having to sit, because I was on the phone with the lady for like half an hour. She's like, I'm gonna pay you some extra money for having to be on the phone with me this long. She's like, this is embarrassing. And I'm like, you know what, it's all good. I'm like, I did, I took the stuff back to the store. I did what all I had to do, and I walked out the store, and I'm just like, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home and relax for a little bit, and you know what I'm saying? Hopefully my day will get better after this. I'm like, I need a break. And she's like, amen to that. I need a break too. I wish I could just go home and take a break, but I can't do that. She's like, so relax for both of us. I was like, all right, I'll do that. But yeah, so that was cool that, like, that chick handled it and made sure I got some extra compensation for my headache. And hopefully they don't penalize me, because when an order gets put, like, they have two different rating systems. Like, they have the customer rating system, and then they have their own rating system. And if you drop too many orders or cancel too many orders while you're working on them or whatever, or, you know what I'm saying, like, they have their own rating system and they penalize you, and you get less offers and shit like that. Like, it's I don't know, it's dumb how they do shit, but that's Target for you. It's owned by Target, I found out. So, that explains actually a lot of things. But anyway, so looking for a different job. So that guy I was talking about in the last video, like I said, like I was saying, we did have a talk and we did end up dating for a few months. I just honestly, I just was not. Okay, so it was a lot of things. First of all, I start with the letter thing. Like, that shit was always in the back of my mind, the things he had said in that letter. Like, and it kind of, honestly, it was mostly because of little comments he would make. Irene had taken this girl into her home. He would say, "Oh well, when we got together and talked about it, it was, oh, I unfairly judged you and I shouldn't have, and this and that and the other, and give me another chance and blah blah blah." But then he would sit there and he would make little comments and jabs and shit and act like, I don't really know how to explain it, like he was beneath me almost, and just the constant, like, I constantly felt like I was being judged, because he was just constantly like, oh, like, oh, you're not wearing makeup today, or after he had told me, well, you don't have to wear makeup every time you see me, but then if I don't wear makeup every time I see him, he started making comments about how I hadn't been wearing makeup anymore, and it's like, well, I don't really wear makeup that often, and the only times I've really been wearing makeup is on the nights when I know that we're going out to do things. You know what I'm saying? Or then you start, it's fine. I like you without makeup. It's fine. You don't have, and then you start complaining that I don't wear makeup. I don't. I normally don't wear makeup. So, like, you were getting the normal me, and that's a problem. You want me to be something I'm not. I'm not superficial. I don't wear makeup all the time. I mean, yeah, I try to dress nice most of the time, but I don't wear makeup all the time. That's not me. That's not my thing. Um, and then I did feel like I was being paraded around a lot. You know, very much, like, very very much centered on how I looked a lot, and I don't like that. I mean, honestly, I don't like that. I don't even really think I'm all that anyway. And then to be, you know, uh, what else? Just, yeah. Um, the trying to act like, oh, I'm not all about money, but then that's literally all he would ever talk about was money, 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 money. Before I would meet a new friend or family member of his, it was always, oh yeah, you're gonna meet so and so, and they make this much a year, and their spouse makes this much a year, and they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, what relevance does how much they make a year have on what we're going to do today and who these people are? That doesn't mean shit to me. I'm not that person. The fact that Karen could go on about her business. Okay. There was about a week, maybe, before we broke up. He had asked me to go. Actually, it might not have even been a week. It might have only been a few days. I don't know. It was very, very shortly before we broke up. He asked me to go to the mall with him to go shopping, and I had already worked that day. Was in the middle of moving. I had worked. I had worked on moving things, and you know what I'm saying, like, just, I had been a busy girl that day. So I said, yeah, okay, I can drop what I'm doing for now, and I can go with you to the mall, because he said he wanted to pick out some new shirts for work or something. I don't remember. Shorts, maybe, I don't know. Something for work. That's all I remember. So we went to the where did we go? Oh, the Buckle. He wanted to go to the Buckle. So we go, and he has me looking around at clothes too, and this girl has me looking at stuff and trying on stuff, and I picked out a few things, and he bought them for me. And then when we got back home, it was like 8 o'clock. I was tired. Like I said, I had worked like 4 hours. I came home. I moved some stuff from the old place to the new place. It's only a few blocks, but you know what I'm saying. I went over there, got a carload of boxes, brought it over here, came back here, was unpacking those boxes, putting things away, cleaning, organizing. You know what I'm saying? Like I spent a few hours. Like I had been busy that day. So we get back and we're watching TV, and I started dozing off. Um, or no, I'm sorry. No, we had a snack first. We were watching TV and we had some chips and queso, and then we were smoking, and I started dozing off. And next thing I know, he fucking gets up all pissed off and leaves. And I'm like, well, before he left, I'm like, what what's your problem? What's wrong? I'm sorry, I'm tired. I can't help it. I had a long day. Um, I've been doing the majority of the moving by myself, like it, and I was almost at the end, like it was catching up with me, it was wearing me down. And he tells me that he's pissed off that he spent all that money on me today and I came home and fell asleep instead of having dinner with him. And I'm like, well, what we were planning on having for dinner is like already made, it's in the fridge. Like, you can just, because we were having like whatever was left over from the night before. And I'm like, why can't you just warm yourself up some dinner? I'm not that hungry. If you're hungry, it's not a big deal. Like, eat. Well, I'm not going to eat dinner without you. What? What the fuck kind of codependent, fucked up, you're not gonna eat dinner without me? I'm not even hungry. Eat if you're hungry, if it's that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm exhausted. I should be able to fucking take a little nap and with everything I've had going on, I should be able to fall asleep early if I need to. Like, I'm tired. Like, I tried so hard to force myself to stay awake and I couldn't do it. Like, that's how tired I was. Like, I could not even make myself stay awake. Like, it. So I was the bad guy for that. And then I told him, I was like, honestly, if that's how you're gonna act about it, I would rather you just take that stuff back that you bought me. And he's like, well, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, your comment when you left was, well, I just spent all this money on you and you just come home and pass out instead of doing what we planned on doing. As if I could help it, as if I just sat there and purposely fell asleep. I literally couldn't. And I told him, like, I was sitting there, after we had got done eating while we were smoking it, and I told him, I'm like, dude, I'm so tired, and like I was nodding and shit, and I'm like I can't keep my eyes open, like my eyelids feel, I'm so tired. You know what I'm saying? And then you're pissed off because I fucking passed out. Like, it wasn't like I sat there and I passed out. I couldn't keep my eyes open anymore. Like, I'm the bad guy for that, though. Okay. Well, then, when he comes to get the stuff back from me the next day, um, it's this whole, he basically makes it out like I'm a bad girlfriend and I'm a bad person for wanting to take that stuff back. And I'm like, no. I'm like, I feel like you're trying to buy me, and I'm like, I don't like feeling that way. I don't like feeling like, you know, that was the first thing out of your mouth was, well, I spent all this money on you and you pass out. Or, I don't even remember what it was, but that was the first thing I spent all this money on you and then you come home and fall asleep. It didn't do what we planned, or I don't remember exactly what that was. The thing it was what really pissed me off. I spent all this money. That was how we started. I spent all this money on you today. There's a festive spirit in the air. As 36-year-old Beverly, I don't care if you spend $1,000 on me today. If I'm tired, I'm tired. Fuck you. So I told him, I was like, I don't appreciate that. I mean, yeah, it's stuff that I need and stuff that I want, but I'd rather not have it if that's how you're gonna act about it. So he was like, well, fine, I'll take it back. And then he's like, well, what about all the other stuff? So, well, if you want that back too, here, take it. You can have it back. Then he goes and tells his friends and coworkers and all that shit that I threw a hissy fit and I was trying to give him everything. No, I wasn't. I just wanted you to take back the stuff that you had bought me the day before because of how you were acting about it. I don't appreciate being treated that way. I don't appreciate, you know what I'm saying? I don't treat people that way. If I do something for you, I do something for you. I do it for you because I want to, not because I expect anything in return, or, And that's how I felt, is like he only did that because he expected something from me in return. And I don't like that. Don't do something for me. Don't act like you're doing something for me out of the goodness of your heart when you're not. When you've got ulterior motives. Don't be fake. I don't like that. And then going and lying to your friends about it. And he flat out told me, "Oh yeah, I told everybody how you acted and how you did." And I'm just like, that is not how the fuck shit went down. That is not how shit went down at all. Why would you tell people that? You know? I didn't try to just give you everything back that you gave me. You specifically asked for it. And okay, if you want it, take it. And then he tried to act offended when I did. And it was like, well, you asked about it. I'm assuming you want it back if you're asking about it. I have no problem with giving you the things back that you bought for me if that's what you want, if that's how you want to act. You were the one that brought that up, not me. You know? And then he had mentioned how he had told his friends and family that I was refusing to delete certain social media that he had asked me to delete, which was not true. I had deleted it. I had deleted it a month and a half, maybe 2 months prior to him telling me this. And I'm just like, are you fucking serious? I'm like, I did delete them. Why would you tell people I didn't? Like, he told them I was refusing, even. I was refusing. That's not true. It's not true at all. I had deleted it, like I said, a month and a half, 2 months before that. I just hadn't deleted all of them because there was quite a few of them that I had signed up for that I didn't end up liking and I didn't use, and I don't remember the names of all of them. Like they're all written down somewhere. Yeah. I don't know where. I still have I still have a bunch of files and paperwork and stuff that I have to go through and sort out and get put away. So, but either way, like I said, they weren't ones that I used. It wasn't like I'm getting on them and doing anything behind his back or anything like that. That's not the case. He lied. He lied. The main ones that I had used that he had asked me to get rid of, I did. And then he goes around and lies and says I didn't. I don't like that. He's the type of person that'll sit there and trash talk everybody he knows behind their back, but then to their face they're the greatest thing, blah, blah, blah. So I know for a fact he was doing that with me as well. I know for a fact he was in my face, "Oh, you're so great, blah, blah, blah," and then he's talking shit about me behind my back. I know for a fact he is, because of comments he made about things that he told me that he had told his friends and family, and then they said blah blah, blah about it, because like when we first moved to the new house, I got everybody air mattresses. We threw out all the old beds and we got air mattresses for several reasons. One, I have 2 kids that still pee the bed. It's a lot easier to spray off and wipe down an air mattress when they pee the bed than it is to have to pull out my carpet cleaner and clean off a whole ass mattress and then air dry it and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot less work when you have kids that pee the bed to have them on air mattresses. The 2 that don't still pee the bed will probably be the first 2 to get real mattresses. I'm working on that. I had to get, you know what I'm saying? I had to get a couch. I had to get kitchen chairs for our, dining room table. I got myself a bed. The kids' beds are next. They're fine sleeping on the air mattresses anyway. They don't mind it, but you know what I'm saying. But how are you gonna go and talk shit and she's getting her kids air mattresses? Oh, what a horrible mom. Oh, she can't afford to fork out $600 all at once to buy brand new mattresses for everybody after just forking out $3,000 to move. I mean, just my God. Oh, what an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Just what an asshole. What else? There was a couple other things. Oh yeah, him going and telling personal business that I had told him that like my family and my friends don't even know these things, and I'm telling them to you in confidence, and then he turns around and he goes and tells everybody he knows, and then they're all looking down their nose at me because of things that I asked him not to tell. Like, I don't appreciate that shit. I do not fucking appreciate that shit at all. Like, he was just a horrible boyfriend all around. And then he sits there the whole time and, straight up, this is how I'm so great because, I pay for things for you and I take you places and I do this and I do that. And I'm just so great. I'm probably the greatest guy you've ever dated, ain't I? And it's like, just because you buy things and do things for me, you're not the first one. And he would try to act like, well, dude, my ex-husband kept me in name brand all the time. Okay, that's one thing I gotta give my ex-husband is, when he did pay for things for us, it was name brand. It was name brand. I mean, granted, yes, I did pay for. I probably did pay for more of our clothes and shoes and things like that than he did. But when he bought us shit, it was always name brand. He would not. We were not allowed to buy nothing at Walmart or Kmart or Kroger. Yeah, sorry. The Kroger here is like a Walmart. The Kroger's back home isn't. But just you know what I'm saying, like it you're not the first one to buy me name brand shit, bro. You're not the first one to take me places and do things with me and take me out to eat. You're not the first one. But he would try to act like he was. Whoa, because I take you to expensive. Dude, you're not the first one to take me to. I mean, yeah, you're the first one to take me to expensive restaurants like every single fucking time we went out. But you're not the first one to take me to a nice restaurant. You're not the first one to take me shopping at the mall. And he straight up told the fucking girl at the mall when we were, and I just, that was one of the, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was one of the reasons I was already pissed off about him saying this to the girl at the mall. Because he was saying something about, oh, she's never shopped at a place like this before. Acting like I'd never shopped in a mall before. Like, what? Uh, what? Fucking clown ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just, honestly, and then well, I spent all that money on you. Nope, I don't even want it, bro. I don't even want it. Like, you're treating me like I'm a fucking lower class citizen or something because you make more money than I do. And you've got, he don't have any kids at home, so he's got money to spend. I didn't ask you to buy me things. I didn't ask you to take me places, and that was all him. That was all his idea. That was all he wanted to do. And then make it out like I'm a gold digger, make it out like I'm a bad guy, like I'm using you. No, no. And then the other thing was, he's one of those people that's so very racist, very very racist, but he doesn't think that he is. And those circumstances alone gave us some indication that he had something to do with this. He doesn't know any jokes that are not racist. At least not that I heard. Every joke I ever heard him tell was racist. When he would talk about his customers at work, it was always this and that and white trash and hillbilly, and you know what I'm saying, like, yeah. So I tried to make it work, and there were things about him that I realized were not going to change. And I had told him that it made me uncomfortable, the way he would parade me around and the way he would talk about me and act like I was like lower class and stuff like that. Like, I don't like that. I don't appreciate that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you got lucky and you got a way better job than what you had 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? 2 years ago, you made the same amount as I do. You know what I'm saying? You fall into a better job because of your fucking brother, and now all of a sudden you think you're fucking king dingling and you think you're all that. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, don't even get me started, this motherfucker. Yeah, that's that, and that's was probably the second biggest thing, was the constant, I'm so great, you're so lucky to have me, I'm so amazing, I'm so awesome, I'm so hot, I'm so sexy. And it's like, bro, you're really not hot or sexy, dude. Not at all. I really don't find you very attractive. I'm just, I thought you were a nice dude and thought that, try doing something different. And I was wrong. And you turned out to not be who I thought you were. And I don't like you. I tried. I did. I tried. But just, yeah. that, and then the immaturity, like, oh my god, dude, like, no, actually, there's, oh no, a couple more things. Okay, one, he used to be a waiter. He used to work in restaurants. He knows about jobs where you're busy moving around. You got to be going at a fast pace. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of how Shipt is and Instacart. You got to move fast. You got to get in these stores. You got to get, you got to get what you're getting. Get in, get out, get the shit to the customer. Because, well, Instacart, one, they time you. Instacart literally has a timer on the screen. Two, Shipt, you have a delivery window, so you have to be delivered within that delivery window or you get penalized. Okay? So either way, you're on time limit. You're on time frame. So the day I broke up with him, actually it might have been the day before. I don't remember. It was either the day of or the day before. One of the two. Either way, he's at work. I'm at work. Okay. He sends me a picture of what he was having for lunch that day. And I'm at work. I'm using my phone, because the apps, they're on your phone. You scan the items and shit on your phone, and then it marks it off on the shopping list for the customer. Well, he knew I'm at work. For one. Two, how sometimes when you go to swipe something off the screen, you accidentally just hit it too hard and it opens it instead of, well, that's what happened. I had accidentally opened it instead of swiping the message off the screen. So he sees that I looked at it, but I didn't say anything. Because I was doing a big order. I'm in the middle of, actually I think I was at the point where I was, I was finishing up the order when he had first sent them that first message, okay? I was on like the last few items, and it was getting close to the time. Like I had been there for a minute, like it was a big order. And on some of those bigger orders, since you're gonna have substitutions and stuff, you want to start early. I had given myself like an hour and a half to get this shop done, and I'm at the point where I'm coming up to where I've got a half an hour of my delivery window left, so I've got to fucking check out and I've got to get the fuck out of this store. And it was an order where it wasn't prepaid. So on the orders that aren't prepaid, you have to swipe every fucking item and bag it, and then you have a corporate card that they give you that you swipe. So a couple minutes later, he messages me again and he's like, oh, you didn't, oh yeah, you read my message but you can't respond. And I just messaged back real quick, I'm really busy. He had made disclosures about the crime scene that anyone who had not been inside would know. And then he was like, with what? And I'm like, I'm at work. And then, I don't know. He messaged again a couple of times. I don't remember exactly what it was because I ignored it. I'm just like, fuck this. I'm busy. I'm like, I don't got time for this. I gotta fucking hurry up and I gotta get checked out of this store and I gotta get loaded up and I gotta get to the customer's house. Well, he starts blowing up my fucking phone, calling me. I'm trying to load up at this point. I'm trying to load the shit into my car. And he's calling me. I'm ignoring it. Like, dude, I'm in a hurry. Like, at this point, I'm down to where I've got 20 minutes left to, I've got to get this, to the customer and get it marked as delivered. customer's address is like, I don't know, 13, 14 minutes away. So I've got to hurry up. I've got to get there, and I've got to get it, I've got to get it delivered. So I get things loaded up, and then that's when I finally answered his call, and I'm like, what? Like, I'm fucking busy. I'm at work. Like, what the hell? And he's laughing. Like, dude, it's not fucking funny. Like, when I tell you that I'm busy at work and I'm in the middle of an order, don't blow my shit up. Oh, well, why couldn't you respond to my message? Like, I sent you a picture of my lunch and you looked at it and you couldn't respond. No, I'm busy. I didn't even mean to look at it. It was a fucking accident that I even opened it. And you're 52 years old. Why are you acting like a 12-year-old girl? Why? Why are you acting like a little bitch? It's because I didn't message you back right away. I do that to people all the time. You're not special. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ignore messages all the time. I open messages and don't respond all the time. Like, big fucking deal. Like, he's seriously little bitch. Little bitch. Like, if he would message me and I would respond, if he would message me again and then I didn't respond right away again because I'd get busy with something, I'd be like, oh, you should have just told me you were busy. Don't message me back if you can't talk. What? Investigators now widening their search for suspects outside Beverly's immediate circle of friends. They interviewed coworkers, neighbors. Well, then, if I do tell him I'm busy, it has to be a whole conversation about what I'm busy with. I just said I'm busy and I can't talk. But you want to turn it into a whole conversation. The clerk in there said she saw Beverly Eller came in and bought some beer, but apparently there was a black male waiting for her. Okay. Well, there's a lot I can put up with if you're willing to change. A lot of that shit he was willing to at least try to work on, or at least, I don't know, fake like he was. It's just one of the many tips pouring into the police department from the community. And while we were pursuing all these other leads, but really not getting anywhere, we received a telephone because honestly, from the Griffin Police Department that stopped us in our tracks. He would make little comments about things were gonna change once he got wormed his way in more, and like that was how we put it too. Worm your way in, bro. That's some shady ass shit right there. Like, that makes you sound real shady and real fucked up. That you gotta worm your way in, bro. That means you're like a real fucked up person, and you're not who you really say you are, and you're pretending. I don't like that. That's a big, big red flag when you make a comment like that. You gotta worm your way in. Whoa. You know. And then things are gonna change. We've barely been dating a couple of months, and you're sitting here like, oh, you're gonna change this, and I'm gonna change you. That's what I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change men. What the fuck? Just come in at, you know what I'm saying, we don't live together. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, just because you're doing things for me, like, you don't run my life. You don't get, you know what I'm saying? Yikes. You know, constantly telling me who I could talk to and who I couldn't talk to. But yet, all of his friends were ex-girlfriends. All his female friends he fucked around with at one point or another. There was like maybe one or two that he said he hadn't. All the rest of them he had. Let's see, what else? Oh, yeah. At 52 years old, you should know how long your dick is, too. I'm sorry, but every time we're getting it on and it... because you don't know how long to stroke it, I mean, that's a problem, bro. That's a problem. And it makes it not enjoyable. And, like, yeah. And I was wondering why I wasn't into it the last few times. Well, that's why. Because it's not fun when it's constantly falling out because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Well,
Beverly was always wanting to help someone. She was very good-hearted. It was just
that was really annoying because
We should look at this guy again.
As investigators chase down the dozens of random tips coming in,
we didn't even mess around the first couple of months.
to the Griffin Police Department promises an answer to the gruesome mystery.
And
The call is from a local bait
from all the talking he had done,
was walking up to customers.
you know, it was gonna blow my mind when it finally happened. It was gonna be the best experience of my life. And bro, I think probably the best experience of my life was a couple weeks ago. Was it a couple weeks ago? I don't know, but it was up there. It was a lot, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
When he hears the brazen confession
that
of the unsolved murder, the
was mediocre.
takes Sinston into custody.
You know, when you gotta think about other people,
Gary Rothwell with the Georgia Bureau of Investigation.
it's just not fun. It's not fun. Why should I have to think about somebody else? I want to be thinking about the person that I'm with. I want to be able to open my eyes and see who I'm thinking about when I close my eyes. Not open my eyes and be disappointed.
The clothing that Simpson was wearing at the time he made the confession gave the appearance that it had some blood on it, so that was
So,
for analysis.
At Sinston's home,
enough about that.
jeans and boots smeared with
Since then,
stains. The implausible confession now
I don't know what the fuck.
could be
I don't know if it was because Mercury was in retrograde.
police drilled down
What the fuck was in the air, the water? I don't know. I don't know.
and his motive.
But tell me why,
Sobered up.
in like a week and a half, 2-week period,
And that's when Sinston's whole story takes an astonishing U-turn.
I've had,
Told me I could make
well,
some money.
not have, this was a few weeks ago. Like literally right the same week that I broke up with that guy.
He made the whole thing up
All of a sudden, like I said, within a week and a half, 2 weeks
for his false
of that happening,
He tells them he was hoping to be
every
arrested
guy
so he could go to prison and deliver covert information to authorities.
that I've
In
dated
other words, he wanted to become a professional jailhouse snitch.
or messed around with
So, we have a
in the
confession,
last
we have a
10 years,
and we have a
that's still single. I mean, it's not that, I'm making it sound like it's a lot. It's not that many. There's only like 5 or 6 people. Hold on. There's one.
Instead of exposing
That one shocked me.
the results
2,
just
3,
add
4.
another layer of
Yeah, 5 people.
A series of questions were crafted to
No, I'm sorry, 6. 6 people.
the account Ryan had given, and
All messaged me
he's being deceptive. It was the Bliger's opinion that
either
Ryan was telling the truth.
wanted to mess around
Said
again
He had nothing to do with it.
or wanted to apologize
But Rothwell and other
for doing me dirty.
still aren't ready to close
Because
the
that's
book.
usually why they ended. It's because they did something fucked up to me and I just like
Useful investigative
keep it
tools,
moving.
but they in themselves don't prove anything. The fact that Ryan passed
Oh wait, no, I lied. I guess it wasn't every guy because there was like one
There's no way
that I have not talked to, but he's blocked, so he can't even contact me.
And when those results come in,
The other one like started a new page. The other one,
thoroughly vetting
like,
Ryan's
I don't know. We've been friends again on Facebook for a minute now, but that was like because it was so long ago, and I mean, like I don't know, it was fucked up. Like we were hanging out and stuff. He was going through a lot of bullshit, and I was there, and like I helped him through a lot of shit, and then he's like, I just don't feel ready for a relationship right now, and I'm like,
suspect loads a pistol.
you know, obviously I was like, I was kind of hurt, you know, but I'm like, okay, whatever. And then a couple days later, maybe it was 5, I don't know, it might have been a week, but it was within a week, all of a sudden his Facebook says him and his ex got back together. I'm like, bruh, but you didn't want to, what? I just helped you through all this shit so you could get back together with your ex. So I had blocked him, and then I started another Facebook a couple years ago, like a new one, and then he had added me on Facebook on that one, and I was Like, okay, I don't hate you. You know, I can understand getting back together with the mother of your kids. I just didn't appreciate how you did it. How you couldn't even be bothered to like let me know what the fuck was going on. Like, you lied to me is how I felt. But I'm over it at this point, so you know what I'm saying? But then he messaged me the one night and he was like, I just want to apologize and tell you that I really appreciate that you were there for me and that you helped me through all that stuff that you helped me through.
When we looked at Beverly's
Like, what the fuck is in the air right now? Is something like, am I getting ready to die? Do y'all know something? I don't know. Like, what the fuck?
Hopkins had befriended Beverly.
You know what I'm saying? Just weird shit. But I don't know. It is what it is. Still single. I don't even know if I really want to count that last little thing as even a relationship because it was only 2 months. And I don't know. It was weird.
Investigators surprised Hopkins at the pawn shop. And when they look into his background, they find an ominous secret in his past. Coming up, a 1 in 2 million shot in the dark. Nails a deviant killer.
Every unsolved print is checked on a daily basis. Luckily for me, I was the one that discovered that.
Well, I guess I never fully was comfortable in that anyway. But like, yeah. Just the more I got to know him, the less comfortable I was and the less I liked being around him. And, you know, I even told him, like, dude, you give me vibes like you make me feel like my ex did a lot, and I don't like that. I'm not your ex. No, but you make me feel like he made me feel. And that ain't right. I should be happy and comfortable, and I'm not. So, yeah. But at this point, every fucking guy that tries to talk to me irritates me. They turn me off. I don't like to give out my phone number. I'm real stingy with my phone number. Motherfuckers can't understand that. Like, there's literally only been like 1 person, 2 people that hasn't been like, are you serious? Like, ugh.
Don't drive, operate heavy machinery, or do other dangerous activities until you know how aggressive
And
affects you. Other serious side effects
one of
include
them
potential rhythm
he does have my phone number now, but we're friends. We chat every now and then, like, you know, hey, how you doing? He had a girlfriend for a minute. I had a boyfriend for a minute. You know, we would still catch up. Hey, how's that going? Yeah, whatever. The other one, he still doesn't have my phone number. He doesn't even ask for it. We chat on apps, so that's it. Everybody else, at some point, has asked for my fucking phone number. And I tell them, no, I don't need my phone number. I know I'm probably smarter than most of these people, but one, before I even had met that last guy I was dating, I had known about several websites where you could find a lot of information from somebody's phone number. He showed me, whoa, he showed me some websites where you can find out, like, I could punch in my phone number and find my mother's information. My mother's social security number. Like, damn. That's too much information. I ain't giving nobody my phone number. No, you don't need my number. Unless we are moving in together, I'm not giving nobody my phone number no more. That's fucked up. It's fucked up the things you can find from just a phone number. You know? And it's also annoying. How they want to turn every fucking conversation into something fucking sexual. Like, I got this one dude I'm about to block because he'll message me. Oh, good morning, how's it going? You know? And then within a couple sentences, he's trying to turn the conversation sexual. Bruh.
suspects on their radar.
Bruh.
The investigation threatens to
I'm
grind
not looking for a hookup.
Beverly's
I
family
want a relationship.
devastated.
Sounds very, very angry.
The fact that you try to turn every conversation sexual so quickly
Hurry up and get it solved because we
tells
just
me we're not on the
cannot
same page.
keep
There's
going
a lot of guys that
down
do
the
that.
lane waiting
It's
for
aggravating. It's annoying.
someone to be the suspect. I mean, it was just about drive us all night.
You know, it might work to get you a hookup here and there, but it ain't gonna get you anything long term.
Even wider, a new lead emerges.
That'd be great. We had been focusing on people that
And
were
oh my god,
in
oh,
Beverly's
oh, oh,
sphere
oh, oh,
of
I'm so
friends and
tired.
associates.
Motherfuckers try to get me into their drama.
We really needed to look
Cheating.
outside that
Bullshit.
community. This type of crime's not
So,
committed every day. These type of
about a
offenders
year
are-
ago, it was almost a year ago
So when
at
we
this
started
point,
trying to see
I had
if those type
met
of
this dude.
offenders were anywhere near Griffin, we came across
We hung out, we
Emmanuel Hampton,
chatting. He was wanting to move a lot faster than I was wanting to move. Like, he was talking about moving in together and this and that, and like really quickly. And then it was like, we need to back off.
27-year-old
And then,
preschool teacher.
by the name of Julie Love disappeared
I had met
and was the subject
somebody
of
else that I had really, really liked. So I just stopped hanging out with that dude.
her remains were found and an offender identified.
Well, he was one of the people that contacted me after me and the guy broke up. And, just dumbass dude added me on Facebook. Well, I added him on Facebook, but he accepted the friend request like that. Like, like that. And so I start scrolling his Facebook. And I'm like, hold up. He was in a relationship when we first met. And I'm like, and this bitch is nasty. Nasty. And see, the funny thing is
In Hammond's murderous crime spree, he relished the kind of overt evidence in Beverly's home. Torturing his
right
victims,
before I met
leaving a trail of
that
blood.
the guy that I was dating,
A predator so vicious, he's earned
me and that other guy had been talking again. And then all of a sudden he just went ghost. And then a couple days later he messaged me and he's like, oh, I'm in a relationship now. I met with this girl and we decided that we're gonna try and be together. No, come to find out, no, that wasn't the truth. He was still seeing his ex and trying to, like they had broke up at that point in time, but they were still talking or whatever. And he was messing around with me and decided to get back together with her. So then when he, messaged me a few weeks ago, I started snooping on his Facebook and put things together and realized what the fuck went on. So I messaged her and I told her, and I'm like, I hope you're not thinking about getting back together with him again or whatever. And she's like, yeah, we were talking about getting back together. And I told her, like, this is what's up. Well, then now all of a sudden this bitch is mad at me. Hold up, ho. What you was mad at me for? What you was mad at me for? Tell me what the fuck I did to you. I didn't break no promise to you. I wasn't the one laying up next to you lying to you. I got lied to too, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Your man was the one out here going around telling everybody he's single. I am single. I'm 1000% single. I can fucking hop in my car with a dude right now and we can roll around with the windows down waving at motherfuckers. I can post pictures on any of my social media with anybody I want to post pictures with because I'm fucking single. I'm legit single. I can do what the fuck I want. You know what I'm saying? Your man cheating on you is a you problem, not a me problem, okay? Well, she's fucking talking all this shit to me and I'm just like, look, bitch, it's like this. It's like this. You look like you can suck a mean cock, okay? You look like you're out here smoking, smoking pole and meth all day long, because that's what she looks like. She straight ass looks like a meth head. That's what, like, so I don't understand how you couldn't keep them happy, because you look like you could suck a golf ball through a fucking garden hose, bitch. So obviously, just from the things your man said to me, you need to lotion your ashy ass up because apparently you're dry as fuck. And man, you might want to do some Kegels, bitch, because apparently your pussy loose as hell.
Moss immediately notifies Agent
You know,
Karen.
that's what I told her. So, you know, sounds like the shit's a you problem, not a me problem, bitch. He's your problem, not mine. And then I blocked her. Well then, she starts a fake Facebook using my name. Sends me messages talking about, check your man.
I was floored.
Bitch, he ain't my man. That's your man. That's yours, ho. I don't want that. I done told you that. I don't want that. I haven't talked to you. I haven't talked to him. I don't want nothing to do with the situation. I want nothing to do with either one of you. Okay? He lied to me. The whole time that him and I were dating, he would lie. You know what I'm saying? He was lying to me, telling me that he was going to Ohio to spend the weekend with his kids. When I come to find out, his kids live here in fucking Fort Wayne. And he's going to Ohio to see that nasty bitch. And she's nasty. Nasty. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, if you legit was broke up with her and you had a chance to be with me, why the fuck would you pick going back to her? Look at her. She's fucking gross, for one. For two, I'm done with that. I don't even care. Like, that's your problem. It's not my problem, and I don't want part of it. Well, then, she turns around and starts a Plenty of Fish with my pictures and is getting on there talking to dudes all nasty and then giving dudes his phone number. So he thought it was me trying to fuck with him. So I told him, no. I called him and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And he's like, that's what I want to know. Why are you getting? And I'm like, I'm not. Like, why are you fucking, why do you have a fucking Plenty of Fish with my name on it and shit, and my pictures and shit? Like, what the fuck did I do to you? And he's like, I don't. And then we're sending each other screenshots of what we're getting. And I'm like, dude, it's got to be her. It's got to be her. So now I have court to get a protective order from this dumb bitch from shit that happened a year ago. Like, why are you still mad about something that happened a fucking year ago? You're the dumb bitch that continued to get back together with him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. When I talked to him a couple weeks ago and he gave me her address and stuff, he said they were not back together, that she had him blocked on everything. And I'm like, yeah, she's got me blocked on everything too. Like, her profile is completely gone and shit. Actually, I think she just deleted her Facebook. I really don't care. I just want to be left alone. My name's Bennett, and I ain't in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, according to her, he cheated on her all the time, a whole bunch. I wasn't even the latest person that he cheated on her with. But yet, I'm the one that gets your wrath? Nah, I'm pretty sure it should be the bitch that he works with that he cheated on you with that you should be getting shitty with, not me. I ain't the one. Fuck. So, I'm just at the point where I'm about to just not date anybody because, like, it's all, everybody lies. It's always bullshit. Like, I get that shit. I get the one dude, and then the one that told me that he don't care and sent his kid to the fucking door and just,
Even though his prints were still winding their way through the system as part of a routine background check. Leonard,
I think I'm just about to give up.
Connection to Beverly or to the town of Griffin.
So anyway, I need to get going. I gotta get to work. I got things to do and excuse me. Hopefully, I will have time to post again soon, and it won't be another 5 months before I post again. Hope everybody has a great week. Bye bye.